I paid most bills, but my roommate's boyfriend moved in, and she claims I'm a threat so he can stay. I've been renting a house with my longtime friend for 2 months. We're both on the lease, but I paid the deposit, the move-in costs, and about 75% of the bills. I did it because she was in a tight spot and couldn't qualify a loan. We've lived together for almost 3 years. I didn't mind paying more. Then her dog died without warning. After that, she started drinking a lot. She picked fights. She said mean stuff. We spoke only when we had to. She became so upset, and nothing was going smoothly. Her life was a complete mess, and it affected me too. About a month ago, she met a guy. What I saw wasn't good. He was big, always around her, and gave off a weird vibe. 2 weeks ago, she got a DUI. He bailed her out. The next day, he came back to our place with her and stayed most of the day. After that, he was here every day. He took over the living room. He walked around with no shirt, like it was his house. I kept out of their way. His shoes stayed by the couch, and his keys sat on our coffee table. It was not his house. I was paying most bills, and my roommate was his girlfriend, not him. 6 days ago, he spent the night, then the next night, then again. The morning after the third night, I told my roommate it wasn't cool for him to stay for long stretches. I told her he made me uncomfortable. She said it was her boyfriend, her house, and she could do what she wanted. The fifth morning, I saw his toiletries in our bathroom. Toothbrush, razor, a little bag on the counter. A towel I didn't own was on the rack. I told her it looked like he was trying to stay long-term. I pointed at the lease rule about guests. It says 14 nights in 6 months. That's when she changed how she talked to me. She started saying she felt threatened and unsafe. She said she needed her boyfriend there for protection. None of it was true. I work from home, then leave to stay out of the way. I come back around 11 or midnight and avoid them both. The only time I said anything to him was one night around 11. They were smoking on the porch. He was basically in his underwear. I asked him to please wear clothes in the common areas. After that, she kept repeating the same words. Threatened, unsafe, protection. It felt rehearsed. Yesterday, he showed up at 4 while I was still on a work call. He stayed the whole day and the night. He left in the morning, went to work, and came right back. That's not a guest. That's someone living here. Late last night, I walked past his SUV and looked inside. The back seat was packed with clothes and hangers. The trunk was full too. It looked like a car someone lives in. I don't think I'm imagining this. I think he's homeless and using her grief to move in. I called our agent. She handles the house for the owners. She already knew about the guy. She said she would message my roommate about the guest rule today. She told me to keep notes and save proof, so I started documenting. I wrote down dates and times. I took a picture of his toiletries and the car full of clothes. I saved the lease clause about guests. I sent the timeline and photos to the agent. I just want the rules followed. I don't want the owners to cancel the lease. My roommate has started saying I'm the danger. She's telling people she needs protection from me. That scares me because lies are fast. I changed the Wi-Fi password. I pay the utilities, so that's fair. It was all on me. I locked up my dishes, cookware, and silverware in my room. I don't want my stuff used or missing. I keep my door locked. I bought paper plates and a small fork so I could eat in my room. I believe I did the absolutely right thing. Today, I reminded my roommate again about the guest limit. I read the exact line from the lease. She rolled her eyes and said I was controlling. She said I was making her feel unsafe by policing her. I asked her to stop saying that about me. I said I haven't yelled, touched, or threatened anyone. I said I want peace and respect for the lease. At dinner time, he walked through the hall with no shirt again. I looked away and stayed calm. I said, please wear a shirt in the common areas. He laughed and kept walking. I went back to my room and sent the agent that short exchange. The agent texted that she sent my roommate a formal notice about the guest rule and that unauthorized occupants are not allowed. She asked me to keep the common areas calm and to avoid more contact until the owners review. I said okay. I could hear the front door open and close. I don't want a scene. I don't want anyone hurt or homeless. I just don't want a stranger moving in under a lie. I want our house back to normal and the lease followed. I'm waiting for the next knock on the door. I've done what I can. I'm keeping records. I'm staying calm. I'm locked in for the night, listening for the phone to buzz, waiting. Now my friends are saying I'm harsh for asking him to wear a shirt. Was I wrong?